Do you know anybody who wants to do like a CRV swap? Like the 1.5 liter turbo?
Oh, yeah, no, that's super popular. In fact, I already know it's being developed.
Okay. Because I saw...
Hassport picked up a motor.
VTech Academy started doing things about that.
That's Brian from Hassport.
Yeah. So that's why he was doing that, and that's why I was like, cool. Yeah.
Civic motor.
Let's talk L series motors.
Yeah.
That's another story.
No
So
joke, right?
I talked about the L13, which is terrible. We didn't get it in the US, thank God. They gave us the VTech.
Oh, really?
So the L15A1 is what's in the GD.
Okay.
It's not a VTEC motor. It doesn't have the third cam lid. Okay. It's like not even your Civic.
Yeah. No,
it's like the VX. What was that? There's the three-stage gas. There's the three-stage VTEC. Okay.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the third stage. It just has where at lower RPMs it's on one intake valve. Up two intake valves. That's what this motor does.
Okay.
What that's good for, believe it or not, is it actually gives you low-end torque. Because you get a tumble pattern in the combustion chamber from only having one intake valve, like a V8, like a two-valve V8, they get good torque. It's a thing. Actually, when Honda designed this L series, it was to replace the D series, and they designed it to make what the D series did. This whole motor's got a bunch of tricks to make torque. It's got the long intake runners. It's got, it actually has an offset crankshaft.
Yeah.
So you ever heard like a bicycle with they change the shape of the gear on a bicycle so that when it makes more torque? Same thing, the crankshaft, instead of being straight in line, is off to one side. So that on the power stroke, it's mechanically giving the torque advantage.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yep.
Okay.
Honda got really into designing this engine. Yeah. But we only got it for 2 years. Then you get a motor which is way better and also way worse.
Right.
The GE is the L15A7. That is a true three-rocker VTEC single cam. That motor's pretty dope. It makes good power for what it is, but it was also one of the motors that they decided to do that shit where they cast the exhaust runners in the head.
Okay.
So you can't tune it as well because it's basically just, it's got that oval hole where the exhaust comes out. The exhaust runners are cast as part of the head. That, and there was a whole thing that ended up happening. There was no way to tune the cars until like a year or two ago.
Okay, I think that's like when we were talking over there when you wanted to do a full Greddy setup.
Well, it took a long time. It took about 4 years before you could tune these cars because they were early canvas. And I was doing it. I was going to wire in a piggyback. I had it all. Actually, I had wired it up once, and my friend popped it because they didn't reset the Greddy. And like the math voltage was for an Integra, which is like 4 volts, and this is like half a volt. So it fucking fried my ECU. And so I have an 07 ECU and a 2008. It's fun. Anyway, but no, the second gen motor is such a better motor for design aspects until you get to that side of the head, because you can't change the torque band or anything else because it's cast as part of the head, which is kind of shitty.
Okay.
So that's the L15A7, and that's the same all throughout the GE model. The engine code for the CRZ is called the LEA.
Okay, that's I remember that.
Actually, a cross between the two motors. So instead of having 3-rocker VTEC, it has the second stage, that one intake valve, 2 intake valve, like this motor, but it's the GE engine.
Okay.
It's identical, but it doesn't have VTEC. So I don't understand why like CRZ dudes, like you want 15 horsepower if I can just get a fit head.
Interesting.
Spoon sells this like $3,000 kit to give you a camshaft and stuff.
Yeah.
That is from a fit.
Interesting.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So that's something that CRZ guys probably have never looked into. I don't know why, but you could do a VTEC.
Probably because it's hybrid, and I don't know if the demographic, the people that are driving around, cares that much.
So now you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
These were like 17 grand loaded new economy boxes that most kids got going into college, right?
Yeah.
These aren't the same as the 90 Civics that were being bought to race.
Yeah.
So it's funny that I'm a bit in the minority that I bought a killer daily and I have ruined it making it a race car.
I think that's what we always do.
That's what you always do.
Just do it to Honda in the first place.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Honda's word.
But people don't do that with this car because of what's shifted with the culture. You get these kids that. That's a whole other thing.
One of these, though.
They're heavy too, which sucks.
That's
They're
what
like
I thought too.
listed curb weight is almost 2,500 pounds.
Okay, that's up there. That's up there way over.
This
Civic
doesn't
and
weigh
stuff
that
like
anymore.
that.
But I mean, look at Civic though. Civic's now what, 28?
Yeah, the new Civics
So
are getting
everything
super
keeps getting
heavy.
bigger and bigger.
And the power isn't going up that much either.
No.
To compensate. It's like barely breaking even. Yeah.
So again, you have the L15A7, which is GE's, which is your 3-rocker VTEC, the cast head. The LEA, which is the 2-stage style VTEC in the CRZ, but it's the IMA. So it's got the hybrid assist.
Yeah.
People got really stoked when CRZs came out because it's a 6-speed. It's a 6-speed. We can do 6-speed swaps.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
No.
I mean, one, the transmission doesn't work. It doesn't line up at all because it has to get around the magnetic motor. But you wouldn't want it anyway. The gearing is designed to have another 40 foot-pounds of torque down low, or we don't.
Yeah.
So it would basically just be too tall. In Japan, we've never gotten a Fit SI. There's never been a hot Fit.
Yeah. There's the sport model, that's about it.
Well, this is a sport.
Yeah.
You know what it got?
Nope.
A bigger stereo
It's side skirts.
and side skirts.
Really?
Because you could get the
It's a lip
spoiler.
kit.
Yeah, you got a lip kit and speakers. To be fair, the difference in the stereo is pretty good. And you could get a base model without keyless entry too. So keyless entry was technically also part of being a sport. Sport didn't mean jack.
It's spiffy.
Yeah.
Sure.
When you get into the GEs, sport means in the automatic you get paddles.
Okay.
That's really all it means. Although there was a refresh mid-model year for the GEs in 2012,
Okay.
and a sport in that does technically get a slightly stiffer rear subframe with a different sway bar welded to the it's a torsion beam, like an old Volkswagen,
Okay. Yeah.
and it gets a slightly stiffer torsion beam.
Okay.
But for that refresh in 2012, they turned up all the electronic nannies, the VSA and stability control or whatever, and all of that.
Yeah.
Got super tied in, and it talks to the tire pressure monitors. It's like if you change out your tires and you don't have the tire pressure monitors, you can't turn it off. It's like Eric with his 2012, when he goes to the track, he has to pull some widgetry and like pull a fuse and shit. Or
Yeah. My friend with the CRZ, he actually drove around a really long time with just some different wheels, and he could never shut the VSA off until he had to go back and put his TPMS sensors into the wheels he had, and then he's like, oh, now you can talk to my car.
Luckily with this, being the first year that they had TPMS, I just get an annoying light on the dash and that's it.
Okay.
But honestly, like if you wanted to have a Fit and not have to deal with any of that shit, 2007, nothing, just no TPMS, you're fine.
Interesting. I read some people like pressurized like
So that would
PVC
work.
tubes or something. And kept that
They
in
call
the
it
back.
they call it a tire bomb.
Yeah.
And it works for Toyotas because of how theirs works. It works based on the pressure. Ours are based on magnetic and motion. So it doesn't work for
So
shit.
it actually would have to be
Yeah,
spinning.
they have to be.
Damn. God damn it, Honda.
Couldn't make it simple.
Yeah.
But
That's nuts. So yeah, we were saying that the CRV swapping. That's
well, no, not quite. So we're not even there yet because he's still got another Fit generation.
Okay. All right. Cool.
You get the third generation Fits, which started selling in 2015, which is the GK.
GK. Okay.
So you have GE, GD, GK.
Okay.
GK was a big departure because they got a twin cam, direct injection, 6-speed.
No, great.
So everyone's like, oh, it's a huge big deal. Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
But it's still got some things, like they still have the runner's cast as part of the head for the exhaust. You've still got 2 cats. So performance-wise, yeah, they're better, but they're not. I think that motor's got some potential, but the future of trying to tune direct injection is nuts. You can't, like, look at BRZs and at GTs, 8.6, like, you can't really tune those things very well. Like, they have that big torque dip that they can't tune away because of direct injection, because it's hard to tune direct injection. So that's a big deal.
Okay.
But that motor is the most similar to the new Civic turbo motor. It's still not the same. Who's ready? But yeah, that's the twin. That twin cam is the same twin cam. It's not It has no VTEC at all, actually. What it has is variable timing on the exhaust cam.
Okay.
Which makes way more sense anyway. That's what makes a difference. And for turbo performance, it's huge. And that's what they're probably doing on the new Civic motor, but I've not played with it enough to know.
Yeah, me either.
But yeah, dude, the hot swap is going to be 2016, 2017 Civic turbo motors and second generation Fitz. It's about 4 years away from happening, but you're gonna have a high 2,300 pound car, maybe a little lower if really gutted.
Yeah.
With 200 horsepower.
That's gonna be hella fun.
Yeah. I mean, I've got 112 horsepower and this thing's fun as shit already. And I only have it down to like 2350.
Okay. With you?
30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, the class I was racing in was basically limited to tire width and wheel width.
Okay.
So it was all about weight. Like you had to get out as much weight as possible because no matter what else you did in the class, that was what didn't matter. No, everyone's working on the same tire, everyone's working on the same wheel. There's no limited slips, so it had to be who could get the lightest car.
Okay.
These things you can't get that much weight out of them. They're really stiff chassis. It's really stiff because the gas tank. Oh, you don't know that. The gas tank. It's under the front seats. It's in the center of the car, high up in the front seats. So you've ever seen Fitz where the back seats are folded flat?
Not really.
You've never? Oh,
I'm telling you, man.
So because look how much shit is in this car.
That's
it's not because it's gutted. I took the seats out, but normally you can fold the seats straight up and down, and you have over 40 inches of vertical space to get into something in the back seat. I fit a 57-inch TV in here with my fixed back racing seats. The volume is massive. Plus, like what he's doing in this car right now, he's got what's called refresh mode going on the passenger side. You can fold the front seat, oh no he doesn't. You can fold the front seat down flat like that and leave the back seat up and it makes a couch. It was called refresh mode. It's good times. And then the other thing is his seats are flat. I don't know if his car's open, I'll set it off, but look at that. His rear seats are in there. Those are his rear seats.
Oh, okay.
But they fold flat to the ground because there's no gas tank there to be in the way. The gas tank is up underneath in the center of the vehicle. So it's tight. Yeah. It's one of the reasons why I like my brand new CX-3 Mazda sport utility vehicle, whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
And it has like a tenth the cargo capacity as our old Fit. It's like she doesn't get it either. She's like, what? I bought this expensive car and there's no room in it. I was like, it's because it's not a Honda. It doesn't have Honda interior design.
Right? Well, shit, dude. Some crazy education going on here. I appreciate that.
I just know too much about Fits.
No, that's fine, and that's why
we're trying to get a Fit spec racing series going.
Okay.
And they've got one back east. Do you know Grid Life and those guys?
Yeah.
They're doing something called Spec Fit.
Okay.
And it's like literally you buy like a $2,000-$3,000 salvage Fit.
Right.
You run it on one size wheel and tire.
Okay.
You run it on a Maxxis tire, and they give you a discount on coilovers from BC Racing.
Okay.
And like you can put an intake and stuff on it, but I'll tell you from personal experience, don't bother. Because the ECU on the first generation GDs retunes back to stoic lean within 2 drive cycles. It's too smart.
It just knows.
It will detune any advantage you get from, it'll detune in 2 drive cycles.
That's crazy.
So that's why we had to wait till you got Flash Pro to actually make power. But literally, so you're talking maybe like $5,000 investment in the car.
Yeah.
And spec racing series. So I'm jealous because I'm trying to get it going here in SoCal. That's one of the reasons I know a lot of the guys at the top of VTEC Club, but I don't know people in VTEC Club yet.
Okay.
Because I'm talking to them about trying to get this into a series.
No, that's awesome. Do you have any like social media or anything like that? People can follow you or anything like that?
Technically, we have a page called HellaFit.
Okay.
That was the original club in the Bay Area for Fits.
Like
my sticker's ancient and falling off. No, it's a Facebook group.
Oh, okay.
There's a Facebook page called HellaFit.
Okay.
And I'm like the only one who posts on there anymore, and it's basically my racing updates.
Okay.
And then there's a Facebook group for people if they're in the Bay Area. Like the original HellaFit people are so lazy we don't make meets anymore.
Nice.
We got 12 people together to come down for this.
Yeah, that's cool. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
I was gonna say HellaFit, that's it.
Okay.
And that was funny, because that was a joke we made up coming to that first meet in 2012.
Okay.
We're like, well, what's a NorCal thing?
Right.
Apparently it's not even an LA thing to say hella.
No, it's hella NorCal.
It's hella NorCal,
It's
right?
hella NorCal,
so
man.
we made a club. We're gonna call ourselves HellaFit.
Dude, awesome.
Funny.
Well, hell yeah, dude. Thanks for taking that time out.
I got a YouTube channel, but it's just my name. It's TP and my last name, Colgett.
Okay.
Which technically is on a sticker on the front of the car somewhere.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll get your info, dude, and I'll put it at the bottom. Get people to check you out. Yeah,
I don't mind. I'm so lazy with all that stuff, though.
No, that's
cool,
I don't
dude. Actually have any real sponsors.
No, I instantly knew, like, no, dude, if I want to learn about this really quick, like, I gotta talk to this
find someone
guy.
like me who knows too much.
Yeah.
And is willing to talk too much.
Exactly. Cool, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.